Welcome back to the never-ending saga of American stupidity. 7 parts, 252 stories coming up. And somehow, we're still finding more people who defy logic, ignore common sense, and make decisions that leave the rest of us speechless. From people who outsmarted themselves to criminals who forgot how crimes work. These tales prove that Darwin's theory has some serious gaps. So buckle up one more time, because we're diving into 36 more of the dumbest people in US history, Part 7, because this train has no brakes and no final destination in sight. Number 1. The man who sued himself for $5 million and won. In 1995, a Virginia inmate filed a lawsuit against himself for violating his own civil rights by getting drunk. He claimed he got drunk and committed crimes, violating his religious beliefs. He sued himself for $5 million while incarcerated in prison. He argued the state should pay since he was in their custody. The judge dismissed it, but the audacity alone deserves recognition. Punchline: he sued himself and expected the state to pay. Legal loophole creativity: 10 out of 10. Success rate: 0 out of 10. Effort: admirable somehow. Number 2. The woman who called 911 because her son wouldn't clean his room. In 2019, a mother in South Carolina was frustrated with her teenage son refusing to clean his messy bedroom. She called 911 demanding officers come to her house and force her son to clean his room immediately as emergency. Dispatchers explained parenting isn't a police matter. She was warned about 9/11 misuse. Son's room stayed messy out of spite afterward. Punchline: she called emergency services for room cleaning. Police don't do chores. Parenting skills: questionable. 911 usage: worse than questionable. Number 3. The guy who robbed a bank and left a Yelp review. In 2017, a man in Oregon robbed a bank successfully and escaped with several $1,000s that morning. Later that day, he posted a Yelp review of the bank complaining about poor customer service during his robbery attempt. Police tracked him through his Yelp account linked to his real email and Facebook. Arrested next day. Review stayed up online. Punchline: he Yelp reviewed the bank he robbed. 1 star for security. Police found him easily. Customer feedback: too honest always. Number 4. The woman who tried to trade her baby for a puppy. In 2013, a woman in Louisiana wanted a puppy but didn't have money to buy one from anyone. She posted on Craigslist offering to trade her infant baby for a purebred puppy. She was completely serious about the exchange. Multiple people reported her immediately. Police arrested her for attempted child trafficking. Baby placed in protective custody. No puppy received. Punchline: she tried trading her baby for a puppy. On Craigslist publicly. Some people shouldn't have internet or children ever. Number 5. The man who called police to report his stolen marijuana plants. In 2014, a man in California had marijuana plants growing in his backyard illegally. Someone stole them overnight. He called police to report the theft, giving exact details about his illegal marijuana garden and demanding they find the thief. Police came, confirmed the theft, then arrested him for illegal cultivation. Thief was never found. He solved his own crime against himself. Punchline: he reported his illegal drugs stolen to police. Got arrested. Sometimes crime victims are also criminals. Self-snitching, perfected here. Number 6. The woman who microwaved her phone to charge it. In 2016, a viral prank convinced people they could charge iPhones in the microwave using radio waves quickly. A woman in Texas believed it. She put her iPhone in the microwave for 2 minutes. It exploded and caught fire immediately. Her kitchen caught fire. Phone destroyed. She sued Apple for not warning her. Case dismissed. Gullibility isn't Apple's responsibility legally. Punchline: she microwaved her phone to charge it. It exploded. Sued Apple. Don't believe internet pranks. Physics still applies always. Number 7. The guy who tried to rob a bank with a clear plastic bag on his head. In 2011, a man in Iowa decided to rob a bank and needed a disguise for anonymity purposes. He put a clear plastic bag over his head, thinking it would hide his identity. You could see his entire face perfectly. Bank employees saw everything. Security cameras recorded his face clearly. Arrested within hours. The bag helped with nothing at all. Punchline: clear plastic bag disguise. His face fully visible. Transparency, literal and figurative. Robbery planning, see-through like his disguise. Number 8. The woman who called 911 because Facebook changed its layout. In 2018, Facebook rolled out a new interface design update. Many users were confused by the changes initially. A woman in Florida called 911 multiple times demanding police fix Facebook's layout back to the old version immediately. Dispatchers explained social media design isn't an emergency. She was warned. Facebook stayed changed. Police can't fix coding issues. Punchline: Facebook layout change equals 911 emergency. Police don't code websites. Florida strikes again. Mark Zuckerberg, officially above the law apparently. Number 9. The man who mailed himself inside a crate to escape prison. In 2017, an inmate in Texas wanted to escape prison. He came up with an elaborate shipping plan to freedom. He mailed himself in a crate addressed to his girlfriend's house. Prison staff inspect outgoing packages. They opened it immediately. He was discovered still in the crate. Added escape charges. Stayed in prison longer. Box thinking, creative. Execution completely failed here. Punchline: he mailed himself out of prison in a crate. That gets inspected. Escape plan denied at origin. Return to sender applied. Number 10. The woman who sued Netflix because she watched too much. In 2019, a woman claimed Netflix's autoplay feature caused her to binge watch excessively, ruining her life and productivity. She filed a lawsuit against Netflix for making their platform too addictive and not warning about binge-watching dangers clearly. Case dismissed. Judge noted, self-control exists. You can't sue companies for your own lack of discipline and time management. Punchline: she sued Netflix for being too good. Lost. Personal responsibility still required. Remote controls have pause buttons for reasons. Number 11. The guy who called 911 because his marijuana wasn't strong enough. In 2015, a man in Florida bought marijuana but felt it wasn't getting him high enough for the money spent. He called 911 complaining about weak marijuana quality and demanding police test it and arrest his dealer for false advertising claims. Police tested it, confirmed it was marijuana, arrested him for possession. Quality irrelevant. Crime confirmed. Consumer protection denied completely forever. Punchline: weak weed equals 911 call. Police arrested him instead. Drug quality complaints go to dealers, not emergency services ever. Number 12. The woman who tried to return a Christmas tree on January 4th. In 2018, a woman in Michigan bought a real Christmas tree before the holiday for decorating her home. After Christmas, she tried returning the brown, dead, needle-shedding tree to Costco, demanding a full refund for defective product. Costco's generous return policy actually allowed it. She got a refund. Everyone was horrified. Costco changed their policy afterward immediately. Punchline: she returned a dead Christmas tree after Christmas. Got a refund. Audacity rewarded. Costco, too generous. Policy since changed forever. Number 13. The man who robbed a store and applied for a job there the next day. In 2016, a man in Georgia robbed a convenience store at night and escaped with cash and cigarettes successfully. Next morning, he returned in different clothes and filled out a job application using his real name and contact information. Manager recognized him from security footage. Police arrested him during his job interview. He wanted employment where he committed crimes. Punchline: he robbed a store, then applied to work there. Next day, same store. Bold career move, denied with handcuffs applied. Number 14. The woman who called police because her nail salon charged too much. In 2017, a woman in New York got her nails done at a salon and disagreed with the final price. She called 911 claiming the salon was robbing her by charging $10 more than she expected for gel nails. Police explained price disputes aren't crimes. She still had to pay. She was escorted out. Banned from salon permanently afterward. Punchline: price disagreement equals 911 emergency. Police don't negotiate nail salon prices. Read the menu before services rendered always here. Number 15. The guy who tried to use Monopoly money at a strip club. In 2019, a man in Kentucky went to a strip club with friends but didn't bring real cash. He tried tipping dancers with Monopoly money from a board game. Multiple dancers. He thought it was hilarious and clever. Security threw him out immediately. He was banned permanently. His friends abandoned him. Monopoly money isn't legal tender anywhere ever. Punchline: he tipped strippers with Monopoly money. Got thrown out. Fake money, real consequences. Economics failed. Common sense also failed. Number 16. The woman who sued Google for giving her bad directions. In 2010, a woman in California was walking and following Google Maps directions on her phone at night. Google directed her onto a highway with no sidewalk. She was hit by a car. She sued Google for $100,000. Case dismissed. Judge noted pedestrians shouldn't walk on highways. Common sense supersedes GPS. Google won. She lost and got injured. Punchline. She sued Google for her walking onto a highway, lost. GPS isn't responsible for your decision-making or highway choices. Number 17. The man who called 911 because Burger King made his burger wrong. In 2013, a man in Nevada ordered a Whopper from Burger King with specific customizations requested clearly at drive-thru. They made it wrong. He called 911 demanding police come to Burger King and force them to remake his burger correctly. Dispatchers explained burger orders aren't emergencies. He called back twice more, warned about 9/11 misuse. Still no correct burger received. Punchline. Wrong burger equals 3 911 calls. Emergency services for fast food mistakes. Have it your way, but not through police intervention. Number 18. The woman who tries to return a cooked lobster. In 2019, a woman in Massachusetts bought a live lobster, took it home, cooked and ate most of it. She returned the leftover shell and claws to the grocery store demanding a refund because it didn't taste good enough. Store refused. She argued for 30 minutes. Called corporate. Posted on Facebook. No refund given. Cooked food isn't returnable ever. Punchline, she returned a cooked lobster shell after eating it. For a refund. Return policy doesn't cover consumed seafood remains. Number 19. The guy who robbed a bank wearing his employee badge. In 2014, a man in Ohio worked at a local restaurant and decided to rob a bank during lunch break. He forgot to remove his employee name badge with his real name photo and workplace visible during entire robbery. Police called his workplace using the badge information, arrested him when he returned to work. Name tag, convenient evidence for detectives. Punchline, he robbed a bank wearing his name tag with photo ID. Anonymity, negative value. Disguise, failed before it started. Number 20. The woman who called 911 because her pizza delivery was late. In 2016, a woman in Florida ordered pizza delivery with a 30-minute estimate given by the restaurant. After 45 minutes, she called 911 declaring it an emergency that her pizza was 15 minutes late from estimated time. Police explained late pizza isn't a crime. She was warned. Pizza arrived during the call. Still warm, still not an emergency. Punchline. Late pizza equals 911 emergency. Police don't enforce delivery times. Hunger isn't a legal emergency situation ever in life. Number 21. The man who tried to bribe a judge with a pizza. In 2018, a man in Illinois was in court facing criminal charges and wanted leniency from the judge. During a recess, he sent a pizza delivery to the judge's chambers, hoping it would influence the verdict favorably toward him. Judge rejected the pizza. Added attempted bribery charges. Original sentence increased. The pizza went to court staff instead as lunch. Punchline. He bribed a judge with pizza in court. On record, sentence increased. At least someone enjoyed the pizza that day. Number 22. The woman who sued a cinema because a movie was too scary. In 2017, a woman in California watched a horror movie in theaters and was terrified by its content shown. She sued the cinema, claiming they didn't warn her the horror movie would be scary. She wanted compensation for emotional distress. Case dismissed. Judge noted horror movies are supposed to be scary. Genre labels exist. Warnings were everywhere. She lost completely. Punchline, she sued because a horror movie scared her. That's literally its job. Reading genre labels. Recommended before purchasing tickets. Number 23. The guy who called police to report his drug dealer didn't show up. In 2015, a man in Wisconsin had arranged to buy drugs from his dealer at a specific time and location. Dealer didn't show up. He called police reporting him missing and explaining the failed drug transaction that was scheduled clearly. Police met him instead of his dealer. Arrested him for attempted drug purchase. Dealer stayed free. Customer service. Redirected to jail. Punchline. He reported his drug dealer to police. For standing him up, got arrested instead. When dealers ghost you, let it go. Number 24. The woman who tried to return worn shoes after a year. In 2018, a woman in Texas bought running shoes, wore them daily for an entire year until completely worn out. She returned them to the store with holes, stains, and completely destroyed, demanding full refund for defective shoes sold. Store refused. She escalated to corporate. Posted online, no refund given. Year-old worn shoes aren't defective, they're used completely up. Punchline. She returned year-old destroyed shoes, claimed defective. Wear and tear isn't defect. Return policy has time and condition limits. Number 25. The man who called 911 because his toilet overflowed. In 2019, a man in Arizona had a clogged toilet that overflowed onto his bathroom floor during use. He called 911 multiple times, declaring it a plumbing emergency requiring immediate police and fire department response now. Dispatchers explained plumbing isn't an emergency service. Call a plumber. He was warned about 911 misuse. Toilet stayed clogged longer. Punchline: overflowing toilet equals 911 emergency. Police don't do plumbing. Call professionals. Emergency services aren't maintenance workers ever at all. Number 26. The woman who sued her date for texting during a movie. In 2017, a woman in Texas went on a first date to see a movie in theaters together. Her date texted on his phone during the movie. She sued him for $17.31, the cost of her ticket, for ruining the experience. He paid her to avoid court. She won technically, but the story went viral. She became that girl nationally, forever online. Punchline: she sued her date for texting for $17. Won the money, lost dignity. Some victories aren't worth the publicity cost. Number 27. The guy who tried to smuggle snakes on a plane in his pants. In 2011, a man in Florida was boarding a plane and wanted to transport his pet snakes without paying fees. He stuffed snakes down his pants, trying to smuggle them through airport security. TSA scanners detected suspicious shapes immediately on screen. Security found 7 snakes in his pants. He was arrested, banned from flying. The snakes were confiscated. Samuel L. Jackson unavailable for comment. Punchline: he smuggled snakes in his pants on a plane. TSA found them. Some movies shouldn't inspire real-life decisions ever. Number 28. The woman who called 911 because her hairdresser cut too much. In 2016, a woman in Georgia asked her hairdresser to trim 1 inch off her hair for maintenance. Hairdresser cut 2 inches. She called 911 from the salon, declaring assault and demanding the hairdresser's arrest immediately for it. Police explained bad haircuts aren't crimes. She still paid. She was asked to leave, banned from salon. Hair grows back anyway. Punchline: 1 extra inch cut equals assault charge demanded. Police declined. Hair grows back. Drama doesn't need to grow at all. Number 29. The man who tried to pay rent with art. In 2018, a man in California owed his landlord $1,200 in rent, but didn't have cash available to pay. He painted a portrait and tried giving it to his landlord as rent payment. He valued his art at $1,200 exactly. Landlord declined. He was evicted. He tried suing for discrimination against artists. Lost. Art isn't legal tender. Rent requires actual money. Punchline: he paid rent with a painting. Landlord said no. Evicted. Artistic expression doesn't cover housing costs legally ever here. Number 30. The woman who sued a dating app for not finding her love. In 2019, a woman paid for a premium dating app subscription, expecting guaranteed romantic results from the service. After 6 months without finding a serious relationship, she sued the app for $10,000 for false advertising of find love promises. Case dismissed. Judge noted dating apps can't guarantee relationships. Human connection isn't contractual. Subscription refunded out of pity, though. Punchline: she sued a dating app for not finding love. Lost. Apps can match you. They can't make people love you. Number 31. The guy who called police because his drug dealer sold him fake weed. In 2016, a man in Colorado bought what he thought was marijuana, but suspected it was oregano or fake. He called police asking them to test it and arrest his dealer for fraud if it wasn't real marijuana as sold. Police tested it, real marijuana, arrested him for possession. Dealer stayed free, quality confirmed. Freedom lost. Customer service call backfired completely. Punchline: he wanted the police to bust his dealer. They busted him instead. Drug quality complaints should stay between buyer and seller. Number 32. The woman who tried to return a used swimsuit after vacation. In 2017, a woman bought a swimsuit for a beach vacation, wore it the entire trip for 2 weeks. She returned it with sand, sunscreen stains, and chlorine damage, demanding full refund because it didn't fit well after swimming. Store refused. She escalated. No refund given. Used swimsuits aren't returnable. Return fraud. Attempted but denied at register completely. Punchline. She returned a used vacation swimsuit. Worn for 2 weeks. No refund. Return policy doesn't cover temporary clothing rentals. Number 33. The man who called 911 because his wife changed the Wi-Fi password. In 2018, a man in Ohio's wife changed their home Wi-Fi password during an argument to punish him temporarily. He called 911 declaring it an emergency that he couldn't access internet. Demanded police force his wife to give him the password. Dispatchers explained marital Wi-Fi disputes aren't emergencies. He was warned. Password stayed changed. Marriage counseling recommended instead of police. Punchline. Wi-Fi password change equals 911 emergency. Police don't mediate router access. Marriage problems require therapists, not emergency services at all. Number 34. The woman who sued Starbucks because her coffee was too hot. In 2018, a woman in California ordered hot coffee at Starbucks. The coffee was predictably hot as ordered. She burned her tongue and sued for $5 million, claiming Starbucks didn't warn her hot coffee would be hot enough to burn. Case dismissed. Cups say, caution, hot. Judge noted, hot coffee is supposed to be hot. Common knowledge applied. She lost completely here. Punchline. She sued because hot coffee was hot. Lost. Coffee temperature, appropriate. Expectations, unrealistic. Common sense, absent entirely from case. Number 35. The guy who live-streamed his bank robbery plan. In 2019, a man in Texas was planning to rob a bank and wanted to become famous online simultaneously. He went live on Facebook explaining his entire plan. Which bank, what time, what he'd wear, escape route. Everything detailed openly. Police watched the live stream. They were waiting at the bank when he arrived. Arrested before entering. Fame achieved, criminal mugshot viral. Punchline. He live-streamed his robbery plan before doing it. Police watched, pre-crime arrest achieved. Technology defeats criminals daily, now always. Number 36. The guy who robbed a bank and left his birth certificate behind. In 2013, a man in Alabama robbed a bank successfully and escaped with several $1,000s initially. During the robbery, his birth certificate fell out of his pocket onto the counter, complete with name, birthday, parents' names. Police had his identity within minutes. Arrested at his mother's house hours later. Birth certificate became primary evidence in court proceedings. Punchline. He dropped his birth certificate during robbery, with all personal information. Crime tip. Don't bring official documents to felonies. And there you have it. 36 more of the dumbest people in US history. That's 252 total stories across 7 parts of pure, concentrated American stupidity. From people who called 911 over Wi-Fi passwords to those who sued horror movies for being scary. We've proven that common sense is America's most endangered species, possibly extinct already now. Which story was the absolute dumbest? Drop it in the comments. Got your own contribution to human stupidity? Share it. We're building an archive of bad decisions here. Remember, think before you act. Don't call 911 over minor inconveniences. Don't live stream your crimes. Don't microwave phones. And please, for everyone's sake, read return policies before attempting fraud. If you thought Part 7 was rock bottom, oh no. Part 8 is waiting underground with a shovel. Like, follow, and subscribe to see it.